Most owners think their dog follows them everywhere because the dog can't handle being alone, a kind of low-grade panic dressed up as love. It isn't that. And once you understand what your dog is actually doing every time she shadows you from room to room, the behavior stops looking like a problem and starts looking like something else entirely. You've felt it. You get up from the couch, and before your second step, she's already moving. You go to the kitchen, she settles near the doorway. You close the bathroom door, and there's the soft sound of her lying down just outside it. You didn't call her. You didn't ask. She just knew. That isn't anxiety by the end of this. You'll know exactly what it is, and why your dog specifically follows you the way she does, and not anyone else in the same way. Your dog isn't following you because something is wrong with her. She's following you because something went very right, thousands of years of it. Dogs didn't just live alongside humans. They adapted to humans, to our faces, our voices, our moods, our movement. Following isn't a symptom of need. It's the behavior of an animal that made a specific evolutionary bet. Stay close to the human and everything gets better. That bet paid off, and your dog is still placing it every single day. What she's actually doing when she follows you, that starts with where the behavior comes from. Before dogs were pets, they were partners, and not in the vague greeting card sense. In the practical sense, animals whose survival was tied to reading human intention well enough to act on it. Where is this person going? What are they about to do? Is this moment calm or urgent? The dogs that were good at answering those questions thrived. The ones that stayed close enough to gather that information thrived. Over thousands of generations, that attentiveness didn't disappear when dogs moved indoors and the work stopped. It just redirected onto you, onto your routines, your moods, your patterns. What behaviorists call social referencing. Checking a trusted person's face or movement to understand what a situation means is something dogs do with humans more reliably than they do with other dogs. They learn to read us. Following is how they stay close enough to keep reading. And what they do with everything they read, that's where most owners get it wrong. Watch your dog for a week and you'll notice it isn't random. She doesn't follow you to every room with equal urgency. She follows you more when your energy shifts, when you move with purpose instead of habit, when you grab your keys, when your voice changes on a phone call. She's not reacting to your location. She's reacting to you. She has a map of your day. She knows the difference between the walk to the kitchen for coffee and the walk to the kitchen for your coat and bag. She knows which sounds mean you are staying and which mean you are leaving. She built that map by staying close enough, long enough to learn it. This is the piece most owners miss entirely. She also follows differently depending on who's home. If you've ever noticed she trails you more than she trails other people in your house, that isn't coincidence. It's ranking. You are the person whose movements carry the most information, the most consequence, the most meaning for her day. She follows the signal, and you are the strongest one in the room. What that means for the actual bond between you, that's in the next layer, and it's not what most people assume. Here's what this looks like from the outside. A dog who can't be alone. Here's what it looks like from the inside. An animal paying you the most sustained, specific attention she knows how to give. She isn't following you because you are a source of food or safety in some generic sense. Any person could provide that. She's following you because you are the variable she has studied most carefully, knows most completely, and has decided is most worth watching. That shadow at the bathroom door isn't distress. It's contact. The particular kind of contact that says, I know your patterns well enough to anticipate you. I've learned the specific sound of your footsteps against other footsteps. I've mapped your moods to your movements. I know you. Humans sometimes read that as need, as something that should be fixed or trained away. But there's something underneath that reading that most owners, if they're honest, have already sensed, something that makes this feel less like a problem and more like something they quietly don't want to lose. Hold that feeling. Because what you're about to see is that you had it exactly right, just from the wrong direction. Most owners think following is about their dog needing them. The dog is the one who can't cope. The owner as the one holding the dog together. Flip that. Your dog isn't following you because she needs you to function. She's following you because she has spent months, maybe years, building a picture of you so detailed, so specific, that it only works for you. That isn't need. That's knowledge. And knowledge given freely looks a lot like love. Think about what that actually means. Every time she got up and followed you to another room, she wasn't failing at independence. She was adding to something. Another data point, another small piece of the map she has been quietly building since the day she arrived. She knows the difference between your tired walk and your restless one. She knows which silences are peaceful and which ones mean something is wrong. She has learned the specific version of you that exists at 7 in the morning and the one that exists at midnight. Not because she had to, because she chose the thing she was going to pay attention to, and she chose you. And if you've ever had a moment where you felt inexplicably that your dog just knew something was off before you'd said a word, you weren't imagining it. You were just finally noticing what she'd been doing all along. The next time she pads quietly into whatever room you've moved to and settles near you without being asked, she isn't telling you she can't be without you. She's telling you she knows you, specifically, completely, in the particular way that only comes from a long, patient, chosen attention. That shadow at your feet isn't need, it's the closest thing to I see you that a dog knows how to say. When did you first notice your dog had learned something about you that you hadn't taught her? Leave it in the comments. I read every one. If this is the kind of thing you want to keep watching, subscribing means you won't miss the next one.